Breaking news on the Libby Squire murder trial, and Pavel Relevich has been found guilty at Sheffield Crown Court of raping and murdering the Hull University student Libby Squire. Sky's Katerina Vitozzi is live outside Sheffield Crown Court for us. Katerina.
Yes, just in the last few minutes, the jury, which has been deliberating for 5 days now, coming back with guilty verdicts for both counts of murder and rape against Libby Squires, the 21-year-old Hull University student who went missing after a night out with friends in January 31st, 2019. 2 years later now, a man found guilty of her rape and murder, Pavel Relevich, a 26-year-old butcher from Hull. The most tragic of circumstances, and Libby Squire's family have been attending court throughout this process. Very disturbing descriptions of what happened to her that night, but Relevich and his defence team throughout saying that although he did admit to having sex with the university student, he said that was consensual, but a jury now deciding that in fact it was rape and that he then was guilty of her murder. My colleague Gerard Tubb has this report.
Libby Squire was raped and murdered by a serial sex offender. Her killer was Pavel Relevich, who'd been preying on students near the University of Hull for 18 months. His offending was so brazen, the police were able to find him on CCTV performing a sex act in the road.
But despite committing at least 9 offences in a small area, the students he was targeting were never warned someone was prowling these streets.
In 2017, Relevich broke into this student's bedroom and stole sex toys. A brief police investigation got nowhere. Victims' words in this report are spoken by actors.
I just got a call to say that there'd been no fingerprint match, there'd been no other leads or evidence, so it was kind of closed because they didn't know who'd done it.
By the time Libby was caught on CCTV on the night she disappeared, Relevich had committed at least 6 more offences. He can be seen stalking Libby, who was drunk, in distress and probably hypothermic. Within minutes, she was in his car. After extensive police searches, it was almost 7 weeks before Libby's body was found in the River Humber. Now the charity End Violence Against Women is calling for an investigation.
We'd like to see that the police inspectorate take this seriously and launch an investigation into what's happened here, so that we can learn the lessons from this case and be sure that we are joining the dots of lower level offences of a sexual nature, because it's so tragic that often sexual predators can escalate their behaviour.
This victim of Relevich's voyeurism has told us she feels let down.
Maybe if we'd known, we would have taken it more seriously. We would have made sure that we were going out in groups, that we were being aware of our surroundings, that we were looking out for each other more.
In a statement, Humberside Police said, "We're satisfied that we did carry out proportionate investigations into these reports at the time and that they were treated with the appropriate level of seriousness." It went on, there was no clear pattern of offending that could reasonably have been detected at the time. Libby Squire's killer will be sentenced later. Gerard Tubb, Sky News, Hull.